morning, dear students. See, in the last class we discussed about Model 1 electrochemistry and energy storage system. In that we discussed about electrochemistry. So where we studied about how chemical energy is converted into an electrical energy, types of electrochemical cells, in which we studied one that is a galvanic cell, then how to determine electrode potential by using a Nernst equation. For that we studied the derivation for Nernst equation. Next, another one we studied reference electrodes, the different types of electrodes used to determine the electrode potential of other electrodes. For example, reference electrode, and another one is ion selective electrodes. So after this we studied about another one type of electrochemical cell, that is concentration cell. In that one type we studied, that is electrolyte concentration cell. So still in electrochemistry we studied chemical energy is converted into an electrical energy through a redox reaction. So in this energy storage system or battery technology, we are going to study with example how chemical energy is converted into an electrical energy. So to study this, we are using a devices called as a batteries. So coming to a battery it is a device enables to convert energy liberated in a chemical reaction into electrical energy. It is called as a battery. The battery, it is a one of the device in which whatever the energy liberated during a chemical reaction, it is converted into an electrical energy. So these type of devices, it is called as a batteries. You take a lead acid battery, or nickel metal hydride battery, or lithium manganese dioxide battery, or lithium cobalt oxide battery, or aluminium air battery, zinc air battery, etc. These are the some examples of batteries. In these batteries, only one thing it is observed, that is a conversion of energy liberated in a chemical reaction into an electrical energy takes place. Means whatever the devices are having ability to convert chemical energy into an electrical energy, that type of devices it is called as a batteries. Or batteries, it is also defined as batteries are the devices made by using in a three basic component, anode, cathode and an electrolyte, in which chemical energy is converted into electrical energy through redox reaction. That type of devices also called as a batteries. Batteries are defined in two ways. First one is a device enables to convert chemical energy liberated in a reaction into electrical energy. It is called as a battery. Or another one way, batteries it is also defined as batteries are the devices made by using three basic components, a anode, cathode and an electrolyte, in which chemical energy is converted into electrical energy through redox reaction. These type of devices also called as batteries. Means whatever the devices it made by using in a three basic component, one is an anode, another one is in a cathode and another one is in a electrolyte, in which there is a conversion of chemical energy into electrical energy takes place. That type of devices also called as a batteries. For example, you take a lead acid battery or nickel metal hydride battery or nickel cadmium battery, or you take another one example, zinc air battery, lithium ion batteries, lithium manganese dioxide battery, etc. These are the some examples of batteries. It's a clear definition of batteries. So after the definition of batteries, coming to the basic components of the battery. Basic components of the battery. Basic components of the battery. So coming to the first one, the basic components of the battery. So generally the battery is made by using in a four basic components. There are four basic components are used to construct in a battery. First one is anode, another one is a cathode, another one is an electrolyte, another one is a separator. See, this is a one battery. The diagram was showing clearly. Diagram was showing clearly.
Yes, sir.
See, battery, coming to the basic components of the battery. See this diagram, this is one representation of a battery. So generally battery is made by using four basic components. First one is an anode, second another one is a cathode, another one is an electrolyte, another one is a separator. Among these, it consists of some amount of anode active material, cathode active material, terminals, and another one is a seal with vent or ventilators. These are the some components which is used to construct a battery. In this one, it consists of four major components. First one is an anode, second another one is a cathode, another one is an electrolyte, another one is a separator. These are the four major components which is used to construct a battery. A battery is constructed by using these four major components. You take any batteries, either you take lead acid battery, or you take nickel metal hydride battery, or you take lithium manganese dioxide battery, or you take lithium ion batteries, or you take zinc air battery, or you take aluminium air battery, etc. These are the some examples of batteries. So whatever the batteries I told you, take any type of battery or any batteries. In that batteries, there are four major basic components are present. By using these four major basic components only, a battery it is constructed. In which, coming to that four major basic components used in the construction of a battery, one is an anode, first one, second one is an cathode, another one is an electrolyte, another one is an separator. See, these are the four major basic components used to construct a battery. In which, coming to the function of these basic components used in a battery, so first basic component, that is an anode. So coming to the function of anode, so in the case of battery, anode it is a negative electrode in the battery. Anode it is a negative electrode in the battery, and it releases the it release the it releases the electrons to the external circuit. Means at the anode there is an oxidation reaction it takes place. At the anode there is an oxidation reaction it takes place, in which, in the case of rechargeable batteries, these anode it acts as a positive electrode during recharging process. During recharging process, these anode it acts as a positive electrode, means cathode, in the case of rechargeable batteries. In which, coming to the reaction it is observed at the anode. So at the anode there is oxidation reaction it takes place. So whatever the metal we are using as an anode, it undergo oxidation reaction. It will give metal ion with the liberation of electron. This is the first one, function of anode. So whatever the anode we are using as one of the component in the construction of battery, these anode it acts as a negative electrode in a battery, and it releases the electrons to the external circuit by undergoing an oxidation reaction. At the anode there is an oxidation reaction it takes place. Whatever the metal it is present as an anode, generally in the batteries we are using metals like zinc or cadmium or nickel or lithium or lead, etc. as an anode material. So these material it undergo oxidation reaction, it will give a metal ion with the liberation of electrons. In which, in the case of rechargeable batteries, means there are some batteries which undergo both charging process also, and another one is discharging process also. In the case of rechargeable batteries, the anode it acts as a positive electrode, means it acts as a cathode during recharging process. This is first one, the function of anode. It's a clear. Any doubt in this function of anode? This is first basic component used in the construction of batteries. Coming to the second, another one basic component which is used in the construction of batteries, that is cathode. Coming to the function of this cathode, tell me.
Sir. Sir, why it acts as a positive during recharging, sir?
See, during recharging process, it is connected to an external electrical circuit. And that time, to taking any electrical energy, it acts as a cathode. Again, the chemical energy, it is regenerated during the recharging process. Whatever the chemical energy it is consumed during discharging process, it is regenerated during recharging process. Therefore, the electrodes work in a reverse case. Anode act as cathode, cathode act as anode to regenerate the chemical energy by using electrical energy. So coming to the second, another one basic component used in the construction of battery, that is a cathode. So in the case of cathode, in a battery cathode, it acts as a positive electrode. It is a positive electrode in the battery, in which there is a gaining of electrons, it takes place. Gaining of electrons, it takes place at the cathode. At the cathode, there is a gaining of electrons, it takes place, in which there is a reduction of active material, it takes place. And in the case of rechargeable batteries, it acts as a negative electrode during recharging process. During recharging process, it acts as a negative electrode, means anode. Coming to the reaction observed, that is, whatever the active material electrolyte Mn plus is there, it gaining the liberated electron, it is reduced as a metal. This is the function of cathode. So whatever the cathode material we are using as a cathode in a battery, so that cathode, it acts as a positive electrode in a battery, and where the gaining of electrons takes place by the external circuit. Therefore, there is a reduction of active material, it takes place, in which in the case of rechargeable batteries, during recharging process, it acts as a negative electrode. And at the cathode, there is a reduction reaction, it takes place. This is a general reduction reaction observed at the cathode of the battery. That is Mn plus gaining an electron gives rise to M, in which the metals like either graphite or zinc or nickel or cadmium used as a cathode material in the construction of battery. In some batteries, both anode material and cathode material is made by using a same metal, for example, lead acid battery. In the case of lead acid battery, the lead metal, it is used as an anode, and lead dioxide, it is used as a cathode. So where lead and lead dioxide constructed by using a lead metal only. So this is about first two basic components, the functions. One is an anode, another one is a cathode. So coming to the next, another one basic component used in the construction of battery, that is an electrolyte. So coming to the electrolyte. So the electrolyte, generally in the batteries we are using electrolyte also, because it provides the medium for transfer of ions or electrons from anode to cathode or cathode to anode. This is the main function. It helps in the transferring of ions, from ions or electrodes from anode to cathode, or cathode to anode. Anode to cathode or cathode to anode, in which generally metals are. Coming to the electrolyte materials used in the case of battery, either acid solutions are used or alkali solutions are used as an electrolyte in the case of batteries. Or in some batteries, the salts having high ionic conductivity are also used as an electrolyte in a battery. This is the main function of the electrolyte we are using in the construction of batteries. The electrolyte, it is used in the construction of battery because of transfer of ions from anode to cathode or cathode to anode, in which either some acid solution like dilute H2SO4 or dilute HCl or dilute HNO3, or some alkali solutions like in a potassium hydroxide used as an electrolytes in the construction of batteries. In some batteries, the salts having a high ionic conductivity are also used as an electrolyte to provide the or to transfer the electrons from anode to cathode. So this is another one function of electrolyte. Coming to the next another one, that is a separator. So generally the separator are used in the construction of batteries because to separate the anode and cathode. To separate the anode and cathode material in a battery, we are using a separator. See, this line is the separator. It separates the anode and cathode because to prevent the internal short circuiting between anode electrode and cathode electrode. To prevent the internal short circuiting between anode electrode and cathode electrode, we are using a separator, in which either by using a cellulose membrane or vinyl polymer membrane or polyolefin membrane, they used as a separator in the case of construction of a batteries. So this is about functions of the four basic components used in the construction of battery: anode, cathode, separator and electrolyte. So in these four basic components you need to remember in your mind, because next you have an examples of batteries. In that two example you have, one is an anode, another one is a cathode, another one is a separator and another one is an electrolyte, in which you come to know which is the anode, which is the cathode, which is the separator, which is the electrolyte in a particular battery. It helps while writing construction of a battery. It's a clear? Any doubt in this? Any doubt in these basic components of the battery? There are four basic components: anode, cathode, electrolyte and separator. Anode is the negative electrode where the oxidation reaction it takes place. It releases the electrons to the external circuit. Coming to the cathode, positive electrode where the gaining of electron it takes place from the external circuit, means where the reduction reaction it takes place. Coming to the electrolyte, it provides the medium for transfer of ions from anode to cathode or cathode to anode, either acid or alkali solution or salts having high ionic conductivity used as an electrolyte in the construction of a battery. Another one is a separator. Separator used to separate the anode and cathode to prevent the internal short circuiting between anode and cathode. Either cellulose or polyvinyl chloride or polyolefin membranes are used as a separator in a construction of battery. Is it clear? So this is about first one in the energy storage system or battery technology, that is basic components of battery and definition of a battery. A device enables to convert chemical energy into an electrical energy. It is called as a battery. It's a clear basic components. Any doubt you can ask in these basic components. So after these basic components, coming to the next topic, that is classification of batteries. So coming to the classification of batteries. So generally batteries are classified into three types. One is in a primary batteries, another one is in a secondary batteries, and another one is in a non-rechargeable reserve batteries. These are the three types of batteries. batteries are classified into three types. First one is in a primary batteries are non-rechargeable batteries. Second one is in a secondary batteries are rechargeable batteries. Another one is in a reserve batteries. These are the three types of batteries. So in which, coming to the first one, primary batteries. So first one is primary batteries. So the primary batteries are defined as, primary batteries are the batteries which cannot be recharged and discarded when battery delivers all its electrical energy, called as a primary battery. Means whatever the batteries, it undergo only in a discharging process, it cannot undergo recharging process. That type of batteries, it is called as a primary batteries. For example, you take in a zinc manganese dioxide battery or lithium manganese dioxide battery, or you take another one aluminium air battery, etc. These are the some examples for primary batteries. These batteries, it undergo only in a discharging process. It cannot undergo any recharging process. Means these batteries, it works whatever the chemical energy stored in the battery, once it completely converted into electrical energy. After complete conversion of chemical energy stored inside the battery into an electrical energy, these batteries, it cannot work, and we are going to discard these batteries. So these type of batteries, it is called as a primary batteries or non-rechargeable batteries. Therefore, primary batteries are defined as, these are the batteries which cannot be recharged. These are the batteries which cannot be recharged. The batteries which cannot be recharged, and discarded when battery delivers, discarded when a battery delivers all its electrical energy, it is called as a primary batteries. For example, you take one is a lithium manganese dioxide battery, another one is a zinc manganese dioxide battery, another one is an aluminium air battery, another one is an zinc air battery, etc. These are the some examples for primary batteries. These batteries, it undergo only discharging process, which cannot undergo recharging process. These type of batteries, it is called as a primary batteries or non-rechargeable batteries. It's a clear first one, primary batteries. Primary batteries are the batteries which cannot be recharged and discarded when battery delivers all its electrical energy. Or it is also defined as whatever the batteries which gives the electrical energy as long as complete conversion of active material present in a battery, it is also called as a primary batteries. For example, lithium manganese dioxide battery, zinc manganese dioxide battery, aluminium air battery, zinc air battery, etc. These are the some examples for primary batteries which undergo only in a discharging process, which cannot undergo any recharging process. It's a clear first one, primary batteries. After this, coming to the second, another one, that is in a secondary battery. Coming to the secondary batteries are rechargeable batteries. The secondary batteries are rechargeable batteries. It is defined as, these are the batteries after discharge undergo recharge again by passing an electric current in the opposite direction of the discharge. It is called as a secondary batteries or rechargeable batteries. Means whatever the batteries which undergo both charging and another one is in a discharging process, that type of batteries it is called as a secondary batteries. For example, you take in a lead acid battery or nickel cadmium battery or nickel metal hydride battery or lithium ion batteries, etc. These are the some examples for secondary batteries. These batteries it undergo both charging and another one is in a discharging process. Whatever the batteries which undergo both charging and discharging process, that type of batteries called as a secondary batteries or rechargeable batteries. The rechargeable batteries are the batteries. Rechargeable batteries are the batteries which undergo batteries after discharge undergo recharging process undergo recharge in opposite direction to discharge process. It is called as a discharge process. It is called as a secondary batteries or rechargeable batteries. See, in the case of rechargeable battery, once in a battery converts whatever the chemical energy present inside the cell into an electrical energy. After complete conversion, we are going to put in a recharging process of these batteries. During recharging process, whatever the chemical energy present previously, it is regenerated by using the electrical energy. Again, that battery it's ready to work one more time. So these type of batteries it is called as a secondary batteries. Whatever the batteries it is subjected for both discharging process and another one is in a recharging process in the opposite direction of the discharging process, that type of batteries it is called as a secondary batteries. For example, coming to the examples for secondary batteries, one is in a lead acid battery. First one is lead acid battery. Second one is in a nickel metal hydride battery. Another one is in a nickel cadmium battery. Another one is in a lithium ion batteries, etc. These are the some examples for secondary batteries or rechargeable batteries. One is in a lead acid battery. Another one is in a nickel metal hydride battery. Another one is in a nickel cadmium battery. Another one is in a lithium ion battery. It's a clear for you, two types, because compulsory question you will get for 6 marks. Define a battery, explain classification of batteries with examples. For 6 marks without fail you will get in your examination also, internal test also. First you need to write down definition of battery, that is a device enables to convert energy liberated in a chemical reaction into electrical energy. It is called as a battery. Remember battery definition. Then coming to classification, 3 types. Primary batteries are non-rechargeable batteries. Secondary batteries are rechargeable batteries. Next one, reserve batteries. First one coming to primary batteries. These are the batteries which cannot be recharged and discarded when battery delivers all its electrical energy. Example, lithium manganese dioxide battery. Second one is a zinc manganese dioxide battery, aluminium air battery, zinc air battery. This is for primary batteries. Coming to the secondary batteries, these are the batteries after discharge undergo recharge process in the opposite direction of discharge process, called as a secondary batteries. Means whatever the batteries it is subjected for discharging process, then in a recharging process by using an electrical energy in the opposite direction to the discharging process, called as a secondary battery or rechargeable batteries. For example, lead acid battery, nickel metal hydride battery, nickel cadmium battery, lithium ion batteries. It's a clear first two types, primary batteries and secondary batteries. Any doubt in this? Any doubt in this primary battery and secondary battery? After this primary batteries and secondary batteries, coming to the next another one type of batteries, that is a reserve batteries. So coming to the reserve batteries, next one. The reserve batteries are defined as, these are the batteries which may be stored in the inactive state and activated when they are needed. These type of batteries, it is called as a reserve batteries. Means whatever the batteries stored in the inactive state, these are the batteries stored in inactive state. These batteries are stored in inactive state, and these batteries are activated. These batteries are activated. These batteries are activated when they are needed. When they are needed, these type of batteries, it is called as a reserve batteries. Here the activation of the batteries, it involves the addition of electrolyte, because in these batteries electrolyte, it is stored separately and it is isolated. So these type of batteries, it is called as a reserve batteries. The reserve batteries are the batteries stored in inactive state and activated when they are needed. These type of batteries called as a reserve batteries. In the case of reserve battery, generally the reserve batteries are stored in the inactive state and these batteries made and activated when they are required. If they are not required, we are not going to make an activate. So these type of batteries are called as a reserve batteries. And in these reserve batteries, the activation of the battery, it mainly involves the addition of electrolyte, because whatever the electrolyte we are using in the reserve batteries, that electrolyte, it is stored separately and it is isolated. So these type of batteries, it is called as a reserve batteries. For example, coming to the examples for reserve batteries, first one is magnesium water activated battery. Magnesium water activated battery. Another one is a zinc silver oxide battery. Another one is a lithium vanadium oxide battery, V2O5. See, these are the some examples of these reserve batteries. Coming to the first one, magnesium water activated battery, where water, it acts as an electrolyte and it is stored separately. When the water, it is added to this battery, then it will become an active. That activation we are going to do when the battery is required to do our work, and that time only we are going to activate. Other than that, it should be in inactive state only. So these type of batteries called as a reserve batteries. Whatever the batteries which is stored in inactive state and it is activated when they are required or when they are needed, it is called as a reserve batteries. It's a clear? Any doubt in these three types of classification of batteries? Primary battery, secondary battery and reserve batteries. With example, you need to remember the definition. Any doubt in this, you can ask. Is it clear for you? Types of classification of batteries.
Yes, sir.
So this is about first one in batteries, that is basic components of battery, and another one is in a classification of batteries.